Okay, so here we're back to an example that we had in the intro video where we kind of converted this to vertex form almost through guessing and checking. And I said, yeah, this is where we need a procedure. So negative b over 2 squared is what's going to be used for actually completing the square. Very similar to the last procedure we had, or the last example we had where a was equal to 1. So let's see what happens here. I am also, just like in the equation we had in the previous video, in this graph where y equals, I'm going to move the 16 to the other side. So I'm going to isolate the x squared minus 14x. So y minus 16 equals x squared minus 14x. Now, here's where we're going to complete the square. We're going to use negative b over 2a squared. So negative b over 2 is going to be 7. And we're going to square that. So square 7, we get 49. So if I add 49 to this side, I have to add 49 to this side as well. So we have just completed the square, meaning that now we have a perfect square trinomial here. This side factors 2x minus 7 squared. This side becomes y plus 33. And we're in vertex form. We now can see that the vertex of the equation is 7 negative 33. A is equal to 1. We can see from here that our y-intercept, so here's the vertex from this equation. We can see here that the y-intercept is 0, 16. And we can kind of go ahead and create a rough graph of this. Let's see. I'm going to go very rough here. So 16, here's y equals 16. The vertex occurs at 7, negative 33. So there's the vertex, 7, negative 33. Can you see that on the screen? It's just a bit off the screen. And this vertex also creates our axis of symmetry, right? So axis of symmetry is x equals 7. And if this point is 7 away to the left, we also have a point over here, 7 away to the right, which is going to be 14, 16. That point's going to have the same y value as this point over here. And with that, we can draw a parabola. Okay, so there's vertex form completing the square. The 49 comes from half of the 14 squared. If we add 49 to this side, we got to add it to this side. That's what creates the k value over here. The perfect square is what creates the h value over here, and the fact that a is equal to 1, well, a is still equal to 1. Next example I'm going to show you, this 14 is not going to be even. That's going to create a problem, or it's going to create fractions when we go to do the negative b over 2, and we square it. So that's going to create a little bit of a mess when we have an odd value there. But we'll do an example of that next. That's going to be a quote-unquote harder example.